Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And solid field position here to start.
Down, 180, 618.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his first look is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Watkins in there for the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Down, 280.
You don't know no better. Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose.
That's it.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go.
16 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch his flat.
Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You got it. You got it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
19, 54.
He's checking.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We're good. Ready? Express.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go, boys.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, Raiders.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Single.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He completes it to Wilson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the play.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them get contract time.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive. Poor punter. It wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Get wide.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. After one, it's 9-0. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Push him back.
Watson with a give to Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this This is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Express. Express. Mike 51. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Well, the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league at various spots before calling it a career. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Pick it up. Your Mike. Pick it up. 41's coming, 41's a Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
From the 38, Carr. He's going deep for Brown. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Miller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Set. 19. Woo-hoo. Hey, check 24.
Watson just beating the play clock. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And they're running from the gun with Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Set. 19. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. 24. Babies cry all the way back home. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Tackled by Jordan Willis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 yards on the play. First down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You gonna see me?
Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do...
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they'll wind up about 4 yards shy of been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Here's Watson. They're rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 59. We got 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 9, go.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
What's that? 19. Record. Down, let's go.
Lamar Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the slant. Watch that. 59.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
That's it, baby.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A third down gain of 19.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
We're good. You ready? 29. 29. That's it.
Again, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
State situation. Let's go.
Throwing on second down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second and a yard, Carr, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10.
Watch the screen. Switch.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
65. Hey, alert. Check 25. Check 25.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Going deep here and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. Blue 80. Later one. Don't get nervous.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back now in Houston, it's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Carr. That's caught by Meredith right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Hey, later, 2.
Throwing again. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Monday, down. 185. Hey, pick your game up.
Now, Carr again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, 734. 6 plus. 41 Mike. 41's the Mike. 41's
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Now Carr, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 27, Watson, he's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Again, it's Miller. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
We got double up.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next to score, Raiders 19, Texans 9. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Carlos Watkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Carr. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. To throw is Watson, trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's second down.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From his end zone, Watson on third and long. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. There's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Carr to throw again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even. Bang! 36! Bang, bang!
Throwing again is Watson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
That's what I do.
Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they're on their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Now Carr. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Carr going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Carlson is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Check 50, check 50.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Ready up.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Shoot. McCarron to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
41 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Oakland, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.